I'm going to start with a quick story because we are very lucky. After years of absence, we have the fabulous Fabio with us today. So, for those of you who've been around with me, you will have heard many Fabio stories. But the most famous Fabio story, I don't know if Fabio knows I tell this story. So I'm going to tell it now to all of you. We moved from China to the United States in 2000, end of 2014, and we opened our clinic, the alternativeclinic.org, put it up there for you, in 2015, in, I don't know, March, something like that. And within a month or two, it's a teaching clinic. You can come and observe us treating. You're with us. We treat the patients. We explain to you what's happening. We talk about it at the end of the day. And we get this email, and it's this doctor in Italy who says, I've been watching on YouTube, and I'd like to come for 3 weeks. So Fabio arrives, and it happens to be since we had just opened, we're not that busy yet. And a dear, someone we care about a lot, his son was unfortunately driving in a car that had a terrible accident. There were several fatalities. He broke a pelvis, punctured a lung, cracked his ribs, concussion, was in the ICU, intensive care unit. The father does not have the insurance for that in the United States. The United States is a terrible place to be sick, if you haven't already heard that. And so after they put him out of the ICU, the father puts him in the back of his car, drives him home, and sticks him on the couch. So we have this 22-year-old who's like, and I get this phone call that says, Andrew, you have to save my son. So, okay, got to save the son. And then Fabio shows up, and I say, Fabio, nice to meet you. We're doing a house call. So he gets in the car, and we drive out to this person's place, and we work on the son. That's a whole other wonderful story. But we're driving up there 3-4 times a week. Fabio's pulling the stitches. The guy's in a bad situation, but he gets better quickly because Chinese medicine does that if you know what you're doing. And at the end of the 3 weeks, whenever anyone trains with us in the clinic for more than 2, we do an exit interview. So we ask them, what did you like? What is not? What would you like to see different? And what would your biggest surprise be about our clinic? And at the time, we didn't do Moxa, so many people would say, oh, you don't use Moxa. Oh, you do that. Oh, your patients seem to put up with the strong needle. Oh, whatever it is, we have our expectations of what we think people are going to say. And Fabio goes, oh, the biggest surprise, Chinese medicine, she work. I kept a straight face. I went home and I said, Julianne, you're going to love this. And ever since then, whenever anything happens in the clinic and someone gets better or something's going on, or I'm talking to Michael or James or someone, and someone gets better, we'll look at each other and say, the Chinese medicine, she work. And that's Fabio, famous forever.